Very good morning, my dear students. Today's session, we are going to see the topic silicones. It is in Unit 2, P block elements. Right? First, we should know what are silicones. What are silicones? Silicones are polysiloxane or organosilicon polymers with general empirical formula R2SiO. R means alkyl group, right? So 2 alkyl group is bonded with silicon and remaining the double bonded with oxygen, right? Because the silicon comes under carbon group, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, the group 14, top to bottom, second element, silicon, right? That's why it has carbon valency 4. Since their empirical formula is similar to that of ketone, so in the place of silicon, carbon is there, right? So they were named silicones. Usually R2CO means we call acetone, right? So in the place of carbon, silicon is there, that's why it's called as silicone. These silicones may be linear or cross-linked because of their very high thermal stability. They called as high temperature polymers, right? The next question, write the types of silicones. So what are the types we can have from silicones? First one, linear silicone. They are obtained by hydrolysis and subsequent condensation of dialkyl or diaryl silicon chlorides, right? So from that we can get linear silicone. Next one, the linear silicone. So what are the example? Silicon polymer, silicon rubber, right? These silicones are bridged together by methylene or similar groups. So another one example, silicone resin. These are obtained by blending silicones with organic resin such as acrylic ester, right? So silicone rubber, silicone resin come under linear silicone. Second one, cyclic silicone. Cyclic silicone. This cyclic silicone is obtained by the hydrolysis of R2SiCl2, R2SiCl2 dialkyl dichlorosilane, right? Third type, cross-linked silicones. Cross-linked silicones, so called as monoalkyl chlorosilane. These are obtained by hydrolysis of monochlorosilane, RSiCl3. So these are the types. Next, what are the important properties of silicones? Important properties of silicones. All silicones are water repellent. Water repellent. Point number 2, they act as thermal and electrical insulator. They act as thermal and electrical insulator. Point number 3, they are chemically inert. Right? Point number 4, the viscosity of silicon oil remains constant and does not change with temperature. Viscosity of silicon oil remains constant and does not change with temperature. Point number 5, they don't thicken during winter. So these are the properties the silicones are having: water repellent, thermal electrical insulator, chemically inert, viscosity of silicon oil remains constant, and don't thicken during winter. Next question about silicone. How are silicones prepared? Mention its uses. Generally, silicones are prepared by hydrolysis of dialkyl dichlorosilane R2SiCl2, right? Otherwise, diaryl dichlorosilane, maybe alkyl group or aryl group, right? Which are prepared by passing vapors of alkyl chloride or aryl chloride over silicon at 570 Kelvin with the copper as a catalyst. So the reactant side, any alkyl halide, right? Alkyl halide is alkyl chloride, right? RCl. So react with silicon, the presence of copper at 570 Kelvin, it gives dialkyl dichlorosilane. The dialkyl dichlorosilane undergoes hydrolysis and gives rise to straight chain polymer. So if you want to get the linear polymer or straight chain polymer, the reactant must have dialkyl dichlorosilane. So by which water is added, right? Thereafter we can get a linear polymer. First I write dialkyl dichlorosilane, around this silicon 4 bond dialkyl dichloro, right? Undergoes hydrolysis, water is added. So what will happen? The chlorine is replaced by hydroxy groups from water, right? So remaining 2 HCl is removed. 2 hydrogen gets from water and take 1 HCl. 2 HCl is removed. The place of Cl, OH is bonded with the silicon, right? Next, suppose 2 number is added. So from that, OH and OH is nearer to each other. From the water molecule is removed. So we can get straight chain polymer. Straight chain polymer. The each unit water molecules is removed, right? So we can get linear polymer. So if you want to get a straight chain or linear polymer, means the reactant must be dialkyl dichlorosilane R2SiCl2. Next, how will you prepare the cross-link polymer? What kind of reactant we have it. Cross-linked polymer, the reactant is monoalkyl chlorosilane. 1 alkyl, 3 chlorine bonded with silicon, right? Here 3 chlorine has to be removed, undergoes hydrolysis. The chlorine, 3 chlorines are replaced by OH, right? So 3 HCl is removed. So each hydrogen can get from water. So 3 HCl is removed. In the place of Cl, OH is bonded with the silicon, right? Now, so number of unit 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units are bonded. Here in each unit, water molecule is removed like this, right? So OH and H, OH and H, OH, H. At the 4 corner, water molecule removed. So we can get cross-link polymer. The hydrolysis of alkyl trichlorosilane gives a very complex cross-link polymer like this. Okay, question number 5. Give the uses of silicon. Point number 1. Silicon are used for low temperature lubrication and in vacuum pump, high temperature oil bath, etc. Right? It's used for low temperature lubrication. Point number 2. They are used for making waterproofing cloth. Waterproofing cloth. Point number 3. They are used as insulating material in electrical motor and other appliances. Point number 4. They are mixed with paint and enamels to make them resistant towards high temperature, sunlight, dampness and chemicals. So these are the uses are given. It's for silicons. Thank you.